We are in Milwaukee, not Portland, Milwaukee, Oregon, with Reed Harvey, post-audio wizard. And we're gonna go check out his, I mean, this is Hollywood grade sound studio.
I'd say beyond.
Beyond Hollywood.
Yeah.
What does a real Hollywood sound studio look like in Milwaukee, Oregon? We're gonna go find out. Reed built this sound studio with his own 2 hands and a little help here and there, but dude, this is amazing.
This took 3 years?
3 years.
Yeah. I mean, and I didn't know how to do any of this beforehand. This door took me probably a week. The framing is somewhat unique. It's a staggered-stud framing design, so the top and bottom plates are the only like conduit for any like vibration.
Yeah.
So each wall, each membrane is on its own studs.
Yes.
Inside and out, and that really helps a lot with sound transmission.
In and out.
In and out, exactly. Like I can crank the sound in here, and the neighbors can't hear it. And then, you know, one thing that had to happen from the get-go was sealing everything. So when the bottom plates went down, caulk all over everywhere, lots of redundancy on that. Every stage of the game, every little nail hole that was, you know, pulled out had to be sealed up with caulk. It's all airtight. Yeah.
Let's go check it out. Yeah.
Come on in. You know, you come in, there's a airlock.
Yeah, there's an airlock here.
Yeah, that's
totally
intentional to reduce any ambient sound that might be coming through the front door. Yeah, if you notice, this front door is like a pretty normal solid core wood door.
Yes.
It's not super heavy, it's just a normal, relatively normal door. This door and the other 2 doors in the studio are each weigh about 350 pounds. We got a loud ass thing coming by. So you don't care. Each door inside the studio weighs 350 pounds.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You lifted it by yourself into place.
No, took 6 of us.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
to get these doors up. That was a help day. Definitely couldn't do that one alone.
And those aren't on regular hinges.
They're on piano hinges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tacked all the way down.
Yeah. Yeah, they would rip out if you try to use regular hinges for sure.
They feel very satisfying to close.
They're hard to close. Because of the weather stripping. You know, it's all to try and make it as airtight as possible. You can't see it because the trim is up here now, but all of the gaps around the door jamb are sealed up with a bunch of putty and caulk to also keep everything as airtight as possible.
Should we go inside?
Yes. Enter.
Let's.
All right, welcome.
Okay, here we are.
Relatively quiet, as you can tell.
It's amazing.
So this is the mix room, the biggest room. I think it's 17 by 19, roughly.
It's pretty spacious.
I wouldn't have minded it being bigger, honestly. Like for a mix room, it's really beneficial to have volume in the space, mostly because of the acoustic kind of like standing waves. There's like room modes, they're called.
Okay.
And the bigger the space, the lower that frequency is. So, you know, where I was working, which was a little 8x8 box, those resonant frequencies were very much in the human voice range, which makes it difficult to mix, right?
Okay.
You kind of have to learn your room. This room, the mode is, I think it's like below 80 hertz.
Okay.
So it's mostly outside of the human voice range, still in play for other audio elements. But what you can do, and why I kept the ceiling so high, so I could put a giant bass trap above my mix area, and that really helps a lot.
Nice.
To kind of tone down that resonant frequency. So it's a relatively basic design. I didn't do offset walls or anything like that. I tried to keep it somewhat irregular, so it's not just all parallel.
Mm-hmm. That's so when sound's bouncing around, it's staying, not coming back.
It's not hypercritical because a lot of the, like if you have an offset wall, it mostly only helps in higher frequencies, which you can tame with acoustic treatment, which is what I'm doing here.
Okay.
So this is all these are all like some sort of fiberglass or mineral wool inside of these that will absorb a lot of sound energy as it bounces around.
Well, tell us about your setup here.
Yeah, so, this is my desk.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to be at the best sounding point in the room. All the speakers are calibrated.
They're set up for you.
For my ears right there.
Right here.
So that is what's called the sweet spot. And, I've got all the different speakers that are surrounding that spot calibrated.
To right here. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it sounds really, really good right there. It sounds pretty good everywhere in the room, but this is
the
like
perfect spot.
That is the perfect spot.
Nice.
That's the best spot to listen to anything.
Cool. I can feel it.
Yeah, exactly.
And for somebody who has no idea, this is Pro Tools? Is that like the main situation here?
Correct, yes. I work out of Pro Tools. Yeah, I have other programs that I use. There's like a sound effects server that I have that uses a different program and whatnot. But yeah, I basically you give me your project, which is a video file and an AAF or an OMF, and then I can pull it out of, Premiere, is that what you guys use?
Yep, we use Premiere.
Yeah, so you guys are using Premiere. There's a language that can speak to pretty much any audio software, and then I pull it in and I have all of your work.
Just shows up.
Just shows right up, and then I organize it and then I start mixing it.
Killer.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pro Tools station here.
Yep.
Let's talk about your speakers, because these are different than, they may not even be called speakers. These are different than what we have in our bay.
You can call them speakers. They're called monitors just because they're designed to be accurate rather than exciting to listen to.
Okay.
So these are Genelecs, which is a really great brand out of Finland, and they have created these coaxial speakers. So they're just extremely accurate and have basically point accurate sound that comes out of them, right? So everything is coming out of the exact same little spot.
Okay.
As
Let's
opposed
back to your sweet spot here.
Back to my sweet spot, yeah. As opposed to so for instance, these speakers up on the surrounds are not coaxial. You can see the tweeter is above the woofer.
Okay.
And that it's fine, but it causes a little bit of a distortion, or the audio isn't coming to you at exactly the same time. So these are very, very specialized. They're very expensive, and they also all have computers inside of them.
Wow.
So each speaker has a DSP that when you calibrate it, you can put a little calibration microphone at your listening position, and it will evaluate how the frequencies change in your room, and also what the delay time is between the speaker and your listening position, and it adjusts for all of that.
It intelligently calibrates based on that.
Yes.
Wow.
So it takes a bunch of measurements, and then any audio that I pipe in to the speakers is then changed to accommodate the room and help. And it helps some with those room modes too. It really helps make it sound flat, because you're going for a really as flat of a frequency response as possible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see your Foley booth. But is there anything else in this room that you would want somebody to be like, this is a big part of what I do here?
No, I think that, we've got the altar here. That's really important. This is my where I have my sacrifices.
Yes.
And just try and bless or curse the room depending on which direction we're going that day. And this book steals souls, so I'm hoping to get some more on this.
I'm gonna try to stay out of that book and keep my soul.
You can try.
I don't know.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
Try. Awesome.
So,
yeah.
You have a special room over here.
Yes. Come into my special room. Yeah. All right. So this is the recording room, and my Foley room. You can see that we have the movie up on there. So this allows me to in real time record sound effects. And underneath this carpet is a Foley pit where I can perform footsteps. So I can like throw gravel in there or dirt or any surface that I need, and then I in real time can add the footsteps that go into.
And you come in here and do that all the time. Or for some projects.
Yeah. No, I mean, sometimes it's the only way, you know. So it's really helpful.
And somebody can be in here and do ADR too, like see.
Correct.
So what
I've done ADR in here.
Yeah. Automatic dialogue replacement.
Right. So if we need to replace a line in a film, you can come in here and you can follow picture.
Yeah.
And perform the line.
Yeah.
There's also, I've also done a lot of voiceover in here. So yeah.
What kind of fancy mic do we have here?
This is a Neumann U87. It's a pretty classic vocal mic.
You'd find this in most like voiceover-y spaces.
Yeah, that's like a staple of pretty much any recording studio.
Okay.
Will have that mic. Yeah.
Maybe we need to get one.
Yeah. I mean, it does sound really good.
It does sound good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great. Now we got to get that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's like $3,000. I think you guys should get it.
Oh, it's $3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff will love that.
Yeah.
Well, this is awesome.
Great.
Any other parting shots?
Oh, you want to see the bathroom?
You did make a great bathroom.
Let's go look at the bathroom.
Yeah. Let's look at the bathroom.
Is anyone in there?
I don't think so.
Oh. All right. So, yeah, I mean, you got to have a nice bathroom, right?
Yeah. Again, epic door. This is the 350-pound door.
Right. I don't want to hear anything that's happening in there.
No.
Right?
You can't.
Yeah. We could go on and on.
And on. Okay. Well, that's a great quick look, and for somebody who has no idea what a sound studio for post for TV, film, radio, audio.
Yeah.
This is what they look like.
This is where you spend days at a time and noodle and find every little click and pop and pull them out.
All the little things.
Yeah. Try and make it as smooth as possible so no one notices, right? That's the goal.
That's the goal.